Well, I guess we'll just move to these direct rumors because Nate's just not here, I guess.
Nate
All right,
played hooky on us. I wore his shirt.
This was the day.
What if he's sleeping?
This was the night for him to be here too.
I feel
Maybe he's hiding on purpose.
No, he might be.
I want to be questioned. He knows too much.
Yeah, he knows too much. He was supposed to be here to talk to us about these direct rumors because he's been hinting at them and messing around with people on different forums.
Maybe the ninjas got him. Oh no.
They might have. I haven't heard from him in a while now. I think about it.
Chat.
might be gone.
They got him.
He's been teasing people on forums, man. He's been all over the place. So Direct Friday, the 28th is the word. Nintendo Direct. Well, some kind of Nintendo event is on Friday. Jeff Grubb mentioned this on a podcast. He did mention though, and I still think this is very likely that it might not just be a general direct, that it could just be some sort of what do we have the third party showcase. We've had that
partner showcase. We
had a partnership. We had an indie direct
mini.
We had all mini. So like the problem I think we run into is a lot of these rumors end up being true. Like when Jeff Grubb mentioned that there'd be a direct that was in March, he was correct, but it technically wasn't a general. It was a mini, and then we hear oh, there's some other direct coming up. It's a partner showcase. Oh, there's something coming up. It's the Indie World. Like people are naming these events correctly, but it's not a general direct like everyone's hoping it would be.
Yeah,
so,
and I think the Friday thing or the next week thing is. I mean, I read Jeff's tweets today, and he was saying, well, not specifically direct, but something is happening next week. I think is kind of the word, right? We don't know what it's going to be. I mean, if it's going to be the Mario stuff, I mean, I don't think it's going to be just a Twitter drop because I mean, Mario's way too big for that, but. Yeah, I mean, we don't really know what it will.
I'll say Nate's not here, so I'll just say that he's been saying Nate was teasing the 28th last week. Like he's been teasing it for like a week now. He's been just messing with people on forums all over the place about this thing. Okay, he has a lot of different aliases, by the way. People, no one knows these things. He has a lot. Okay, he's messing with everyone out there. Okay, don't let him fool you. But he's been teasing the 28th for a little while now. It seems, and a few others. Also, Jeff, of course, mentioned it, and it got picked up. I do think some the news places just said Jeff Grubb says General Direct Friday, and if you go through and listen and read what he was saying, it wasn't that. Like you're saying, G, he was saying Nintendo appears to be doing something this week. I think it could be something like a direct. But a lot of times people may hear about these events, but they don't know exactly what's in it, and they don't know if it's a big first party thing or if it's third party thing, and then speculation and mixes with predictions and rumors.
I mean, the other thing you can't rule out is they may come out next week and say, stay tuned, we are going to announce our plans for the 35th anniversary of Mario. That could be the announcement, right? We don't know what it's going to be. So, it could be anything.
A 3D world, that 3D All-Stars. So it's happening, right? It's coming soon.
Yeah. I would just assume it's just a communication from Nintendo in general. Announcement of some sort.
The thing that's throwing me off is they say Friday. I'm like, when was the last time there was like a direct on a Friday? It's been. Do you remember any OJ that was like a direct that was on? Because that's Saturday in Japan, right? Like it's like.
Yeah. Well, it might be to where it's like, I don't know, like Thursday here and then Friday there. I mean, but I don't know. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that either. What they usually do is like super early in the morning, West Coast. So like 6 a.m. And I'm like, oh God, and then, then it's so everybody can watch it, but I don't recall ever there being a Friday direct. But I do trust, Jeff Grubb talked about it in his podcast, and he said that he generally feels, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but this is what, from what I listened to and from what the websites that quoted him said, he said that he generally feels like it's a general direct. He thinks that but he said that he doesn't like it's possibility that it could be a partner because Nintendo said it's a series, so just something is coming up. So everyone's saying, oh well, we get one every single month and this and that. Jeff Grubb's been, the problem is that people just take anything that anybody says and then say, oh well, everybody does that. No. Jeff Grubb's been right with a lot of stuff that he said. Nate's been right with what he's saying. So please separate them, guys. Stop lumping these guys into like everybody, just Bob Evans on what was it, 4chan? Stop lumping them in, guys, please.
Hey, I'm leaking stuff on 4chan.
Yeah,
now
no,
too.
you're
Spawn leak. I saw you on there.
Spawn leak. I mean, stop lumping everybody in there, because like that's just disrespectful in my opinion. So Jeff Grubb's been right, so give him his credit for being right on his stuff. So don't lump him in there, guys, with everybody else, please. So
Justice for Jeff.
Well, I mean, yeah, because people are saying, "Oh, well,
Free Jeff.
there's been one every single month." Like, I don't believe. It's like, well, wait a minute, Jeff Grubb's been right. So hold up here. Like, don't be sitting there like just writing him off just because you don't think it's real. That's fine. But he's saying what he knows, Like, so that's what he's saying.
I think Nintendo's going to do something this week, but I'm honestly unsure as to what. It's just a weird year for everyone. So like Nintendo included, they're trying to navigate this whole thing. So you're right, they could just show up and say, "Hey, Mario 3D All-Stars or whatever, Mario 3D All-Stars is real. Here it is. It's coming out in like a few months or something, or it's coming out next month or something."
And it's during Gamescom too, right? So Gamescom will be going on at the same time, right?
Yes. So
remember last year when Sony announced they bought Insomniac and they just dropped that bomb?
Yep.
I mean, this would be
hold on. Let me ask you a question here, okay? If Nintendo announces the Direct, right? Let's say they announce it on like Wednesday. Does Jeff go, "Hey guys, it's part of Summer Games Fest"?
No.
I noticed Jeff doing this, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's clever. Okay,
I'm all in for it."
Just become part of Summer Games Fest. We're still in phase 1 though, right? We're in
phase one.
Are we really?
Waiting on phase 2.
It's all over the place too. It's on the fly.
Well, once the Avengers game comes out, then we move on to phase 2, right? That's how it works.
Fall Guys is gonna have its season 2 before phase 2. It's gonna be great.
Is it going off seasons? Is like just new courses every so often? That's pretty.
No,
cool.
just new loot.
Well, that's
maybe
boring.
some more
I want new
stuff.
courses.
Well, they're probably adding stuff.
Yeah, they better.
So, and then there's also that very odd meeting that's coming up mid-September. It's like September 16th or something, where they're going to just have some sort of meeting about management structure or something. It's, again, strange stuff happening at Nintendo right now. I think something will happen this week, though, is what I'll say. So I don't know if it's going to be a stream, a trailer drop, a Twitter announcement, a press release. Something's probably happening this week. So we'll see. Evan, you said we're out of Discord questions, right?
Yeah, we got through 'em.
Also, if Nate shows up here, we'll ask him about it. But I think Nate's just going to say what he's been saying, which is like, yeah, Nintendo Directs are happening. That's what he said on Twitter. Nintendo Directs are happening. I guess we can go through some of the stuff that would be there, right? So there would be No More Heroes would have to get some sort of date or release window there. That's probably next year, by the way. That's not. I don't think No More Heroes 3 is coming out this year. It's already
no. I think it's 2021. Yeah.
I think it could be a January or February game. 3D World Deluxe, that probably is also that's probably a January game.
Yeah, 3D World Deluxe, I feel like will probably push to not push because it's not delayed, but I think it would be a January, maybe a February game for them.
I almost wonder if Need for Speed would be there if they did third-party stuff. Because Need for Speed Hot Pursuit's getting a remaster. Apparently, that's gonna be on the Switch as well. Trying to think of anything else big would be there that's already been talked about, other than the Mario 3D stuff.
Bravely Default 2 would probably be there as well.
That's interesting too, because we haven't really seen much about that, and that's still supposed to be coming this year, right? Like they haven't like announced or anything about like.
Well, we had a demo a playable demo, so that was cool.
Yeah, but I mean, like
Tony Hawk's coming.
But I mean, like, Tony Hawk.
I mean,
that's supposed to be showing up on the Switch too at this rate.
I mean, eventually there's controls for it, right?
Yeah, they had those images that data miners found that at first it was like, oh, it showed the Joy-Con and the grip, right? And I was like, oh, that could be on like Steam or something, sure. But then it just showed the Switch in handheld mode. And it's like, well, okay, yeah, I guess it is going to the Switch. And if you play the demo, did you play the demo, Jordan?
No, I didn't.
It's Unreal Engine. It's like on the PS4, it's Unreal Engine 1080p, 60 frames per second. You put it on the Switch, a lot of times we see they cut the frame rate in half and it's fine.
Yeah.
Like that's what they'll do. They'll just take it. Okay, now it's 30 frames. Here you go.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite iteration of Tony Hawk 2, well, other than 2X on the Xbox, would be the Dreamcast version of Tony Hawk 2, which was only 30 FPS, but it was incredible. So, I mean, 30 frames per second on the Switch, I'll take it.
And I guess the last big one is, do they start their Zelda stuff soon too in this direct? Do they go anything with Skyward Sword, since that listing popped up and everyone freaked out when that showed up?
If you ask me, and look, every time I predicted something, it's gone completely wrong. So don't take this with any level of of honesty or whatever. But I think they're probably going to leave Zelda out of this because I think this is going to be Mario focused.
Sure.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
next year is going to be the year for people with Zelda. That's what we'll say. Next year is going to be something else with
And
that.
I think maybe at the Game Awards they'll tease something with Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, maybe.
They did that for the DLC for Breath of the Wild, so I would not hold it past them.
Yeah, but I don't think we'll hear anything about Zelda in this one.
Yeah,
I think this is Mario.
They also actually showed off the gameplay of Breath of the Wild at the Game Awards. So that was also when Breath of the Wild was 2014. After that E3, Miyamoto and Anuma were in that room. That was the Game Awards, if I'm not correct, right? So
yeah.
Where they're running around like with Link on the horse and then like he jumped off. Like that was the Game Awards. That was like a video at the Game Awards in 2014, I think. So. Yeah, they have a long history of doing stuff at the Game Awards with Zelda.
Smash character too. Still need another Smash character, OJ.
Yeah, Smash character. I think we're gonna see something on that soon because there's gonna be at least one more character before the end of the year, obviously.
Apparently Nate said that's gonna make people cry, so it's probably another Fire Emblem character. I
think he might have been teasing like Dante, Devil May Cry.
Dante'd be cool. That would make sense at least. Have Dante or Travis Touchdown. Travis Touchdown.
They're done with. I can tell you right now, they are done with Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah.
What about Metroid? What about Metroid?
They got Ridley. They're done.
Yeah.
No. At the direct, is there going to be any Metroid?
Oh,
Prime Trilogy? No, they're going to save Prime Trilogy for like 10 years from now just to mess with me. It'll come out on like the Switch. That'd be cool. No, I think Prime Trilogy will show up closer to when 4 is ready to go. But I mean, they could do that. There's that 2D Metroid that's been talked about a lot. They could start. I almost wonder how many games they'll show for 2021 if they do something like a general direct in the next week or two. If they would really start talking about 2021 like that, or if they would just have a primary focus now and have a direct in January like normal. So that's as long as they have a game for January, they can have a direct then in January and wait till then. So like 3D World Deluxe might be the January game. And then,
I would say it's 3D World Deluxe.
Yeah, and then No More Heroes 3 could be a February game. So, although shouldn't they put out No More Heroes 1 and 2 before you do 3 because that's rumored to come out too. So
they probably will. I mean, if they might drop 1 and 2 this year, then
you know what? I feel like that can drop whenever.
1 and 2 might just be all digital. They might just go digital with that, not even do a copy of it. So that could come out in October. That could come out in November. They could just drop it.
Well, I guess for the No More Heroes, it would depend on who handles the publishing. I guess if Nintendo would handle it, I think they'd probably have a physical edition of the game if Nintendo handles it. But if it's not, I don't think Gung Ho would do it. But I mean,
what if
Nintendo would take care of it?
What if? Because I know that there was a lot riding on that that No More Heroes game, pseudo game that came out like last year, right?
Yes.
And I don't think that game did well enough in sales for them to justify the No More Heroes 3, even though they're still making it. So what I think what would be cool to see them do to see if they can actually make sure they can bank on sales for the third game is that if you pre-order or purchase in general or whatever, you get 3, you get the download codes for 1 and 2 digitally on the Switch. So it's like, hey, you're getting 3, but you get all of them for this price.
I almost wonder if they would go. I mean, that would be nice. I don't know if they would do it, but that would be cool if they had some kind of.
How big? Like, I like No More Heroes. I know other people like it, but like, is it that big of a?
No,
an IP?
It's not that big of an IP, but I don't think that they would give away because like that would actually take some work to get No More Heroes 1 and 2 on especially 2 because 2 is not on any HD platforms. 1 is, so 1 wouldn't be too hard because they have Paradise that's already on the PS3 and 360, but 2 is only on the Wii. So they'd have to do some work to get that done. So I don't know if they want to give that away to people, but I see what you're saying though, Jordan. I see what you're saying though. I want it. Get 1 and 2 for free.
Yeah, I'll take it. I could see them doing something, Jordan, where if you have played those on your Switch, you get something in 3, like get some cool gear, or you get some money, or just something to help you out in the game. I could see there definitely would be some sort of tie-in. I would assume if it comes out first.